All right, let's dive in. Today we're unpacking some serious wisdom from Denzel Washington, the man himself.
Oh, yeah.
We're breaking down one of his most powerful motivational speeches, and trust me, it's a good one. He talks about risk, failure, and chasing your passion.
I mean, he's not just a phenomenal actor. He's also become this incredible voice of inspiration. His
Yeah.
words just hit differently.
Right. And he gets real about something we all struggle with, fear of failure. But Denzel, he kind of flips the script on that whole idea.
He does.
Calls it falling forward. Basically, ditch the safety net and embrace failure as, a necessary part of growth. It's pretty bold already.
It's so powerful the way he reframes it. He's not just saying bounce back. He's talking about using those falls, those failures to propel yourself forward. It's about a growth mindset, seeing setbacks as valuable like data points on your journey to success.
Yeah, he even uses this boxing analogy. He says, if you're going down, fall forward so you can see what hit you.
I love that.
I know, right?
It's about learning from the hits. And he uses some really interesting examples. Like, remember Reggie Jackson's strikeout record? Most strikeouts in baseball history. But what do we remember him for?
The home runs, of course. But wait, are you saying we should aim to strike out?
No, not exactly. It's more about realizing that even with the strikeouts, the home runs are still possible. Success isn't linear. Even the most successful people, they face tons of setbacks. What separates them is they don't let those setbacks define them.
Okay, so it's more about resilience and seeing failure as part of the process.
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
he brings up Thomas Edison. 1,000 failed experiments before the light bulb. Think about that. 1,000.
Wow, that really puts things in perspective.
Yeah.
Imagine if Edison had given up after, the first try or even the 100th. What would the world be like?
Right. It's fascinating how Edison didn't even see them as failures. He said, I found 1,000 ways that didn't work. That's the essence of falling forward.
And then Denzel shares this personal story about auditioning for a Broadway musical. Even though, get this, he can't sing.
Talk about putting yourself out there.
I know, right?
It shows you how committed he is to this idea of falling forward, not letting perceived limitations define you. And then he says this great line, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut.
So persistence pays off.
Yeah, basically. It's about consistently putting yourself out there, even when you don't know the outcome. The more you show up, the more chances you have to create something great.
It's like increasing your odds of winning the lottery by buying more tickets.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. But what about when we play it safe and miss out? Denzel gets really real about that, too.
He does. That's when he introduces this idea of, ghosts, haunting figures. They represent missed opportunities, and they're waiting for us on our deathbeds.
Whoa, that's a powerful image. What do you think he's trying to get across with that?
I think it's about regret. That fear of reaching the end of your life and realizing, oh, I could have done more, been more, experienced more. These ghosts are like a reminder that playing it safe can actually be the biggest risk of all.
So it's about pushing past comfort zones and pursuing what truly matters to us.
Yeah.
But how do we even figure out what that is?
Well, that's where Denzel's own story comes in. His path to success, it wasn't this straight line. It had a lot of twists and turns. And it all started with him being, wait for it, a pre-med student.
Wait, hold on. Denzel was pre-med.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. So what happened there?
He struggled. He had trouble with the coursework, even admitted to having a hard time with, he called it cardiac morphogenesis.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But the point is, even someone like Denzel Washington had academic challenges.
Right.
That's kind of comforting, actually.
It is. It shows you that success isn't about having it all figured out from the start. It's about self-discovery, being adaptable, and being open to possibilities, new possibilities.
Well, yeah.
And that's where things get really interesting. Denzel's at a low point, helping his mom out at her beauty shop, and this woman walks in. This woman basically prophesizes his future.
Oh, yeah, that story. It's
Wow.
incredible. This woman just comes out of nowhere and tells him he's going to travel the world, speak to millions of people. And, well, we know that's exactly what happened. Gives me chills every time I hear it. Think about it. At that point, Denzel was far from, a global icon.
He was struggling, didn't know what his path was. This woman saw something in him, some potential he maybe didn't even see himself. So what's the takeaway?
I'm thinking about all those times we might just dismiss, like a random encounter or a piece of advice. What if those are the prophecies we're missing out on?
It's about being open to those unexpected nudges, recognizing that guidance can come from the most, unexpected places.
Yeah, it's like how many times have we brushed something off and it could have been, something important. But I think this also ties into something else he talks about, like taking risks, not just with our careers, but life in general.
Oh, absolutely.
He actually says it's not just about, going for a job. It's about being open to new people, new ideas, new experiences.
Expanding your horizons.
Exactly.
It's about getting outside that comfort zone, challenging your assumptions, and just being open to, like, what you don't know.
I like how he talks about how, the people we meet, the relationships we build, even our faith, it all plays a role in who we become.
Yeah, it's like this web of experiences.
It is. This whole conversation makes me think of how you feel after watching like a super inspiring movie. You're all pumped up, right? Ready to like take on the world. And then,
Reality hits.
yeah. So
Yeah.
how do we take what Denzel's saying, his words, and actually put them into action? How do we make sure it's not just, a temporary feeling?
Well, he talks about that too. He really emphasizes giving back, using your unique talents to, make the world a better place.
And he's very clear. It's not just about money. It's about time, your skills, just being kind, even patience.
He lists all these places that need help, countries around the world, even, right here in the U.S. He's basically saying there's no shortage of need. We all have a responsibility to contribute.
Yeah, he even makes this direct appeal to like young people,
Yeah.
urging them to get out there and give it their all. There's this urgency in his voice, right?
Oh, yeah. It's like he's passing the torch, empowering the next generation to step up and create positive change. But it's not just young people. It's all of us. We all have something to offer, no matter our age, our background, anything.
That makes me think about the ghosts he was talking about. By giving back, contributing to something bigger than ourselves, aren't we? Kind of preventing those ghosts from even forming.
You could definitely see it that way. It's about living with purpose, a life where you're actively making a difference.
Okay, yeah. We've covered a lot here. Falling forward, embracing those prophecies, taking risks, giving back. It's kind of overwhelming, honestly.
I can see how it would be. But remember, it's not about doing everything at once. Take small steps. Consistently move toward the life you want.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
But I think there's one last piece we should touch on, the whole never give up thing. It sounds cliche, but Denzel makes it feel so real, so important.
Right. And he has this line, he says, never be discouraged, never hold back, give everything you got, and when you fall throughout life, remember this. Fall forward.
It's like a mantra, something you can repeat when things get rough.
Exactly. It's this message of hope, of resilience, a reminder that we all have that strength inside us to get past challenges and achieve our goals.
I love that. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I'm left thinking, what are you going to do with what you have? What are your gifts, your passions? How will you use those to fall forward and build the life you want?
It's a big question. Figuring out your strengths and how to use them to bring you fulfillment and how to, have a positive impact on the world.
I'm definitely feeling inspired,
Yeah.
even energized. That's the magic of Denzel's message. It reminds us that we all have that power to create change, to live with purpose, to fall forward and make a difference. Yeah, it's like he's saying it's okay to, not be perfect. Just embrace the messiness and go for it.
Right. And that's really freeing, isn't it? To know it's okay to mess up, make mistakes, as long as you keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of moving forward, there's this one image from Denzel's speech that really stuck with me. Those ghosts,
Yeah.
the ones that represent all those missed opportunities
Yeah.
waiting for us, at the end.
It's such a powerful metaphor, isn't it?
It is. And it makes you think, what are those ghosts for you? Like, what dreams are you putting off? What risks are you, like, hesitant to take?
It really makes you stop and think about it, huh?
Yeah. It's like he's saying, look those ghosts in the eye and say, not today. So what can we do, like, right now to make sure we're really living, authentically true to ourselves?
I think it starts with being honest with yourself. What really matters? What are you truly passionate about? And are you making choices that reflect those things? And if not, what can you change?
Yeah. Taking ownership, not waiting for permission or the perfect time.
Yeah.
Just creating the life you want.
Denzel's message really reminds us that we have a lot more control than we think. We have the power to choose, to act, to shape our own lives,
Absolutely. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I hope you're feeling that same sense of, empowerment. It's about embracing the journey, learning from those falls, and using those experiences to move you forward.
Yeah, and don't forget, you're not alone in this. We all have our own ghosts, our own challenges, but we also have the power to support each other, lift each other up, and create a world where everyone has the chance to thrive.
I love that. So
Yeah.
go out there, fall forward, and make some magic happen. And until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep those ghosts